Feeling stuck, wasting time scrolling and still feeling unproductive. You're not alone, we all want to do more, but the day just slips away. If you're tired of starting strong and ending the day with regrets, this video is for you. Stick around as I share simple tips to boost your daily productivity and actually get things done. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell icon, and drop a comment below telling me your biggest struggle with staying productive. I've broken down the essential steps that can truly level up your daily productivity, and trust me, the last one isn't just a tip. It's the ultimate key to success. Point 1. Imagine waking up without a plan. Your mind feels scattered, and before you know it, half the day is gone. That's why starting your day with a clear plan is one of the most powerful habits you can build for a productive life. It doesn't have to be complex. Just spend 5 to 10 minutes every morning writing down your top priorities. What are the 2 or 3 things you really need to get done today? When you have direction, you're not just reacting to the day, you're leading it. Take Richard Branson, for example. He's the founder of the Virgin Group and one of the most successful entrepreneurs in the UK. He swears by writing things down. Even now, he carries a notebook everywhere. Why? Because he believes that ideas and priorities are only useful when they're written and acted on. This habit helps him stay on top of his goals every single day. Another great example is Anna Wintour, the longtime editor of Vogue. She starts her day early and follows a routine that allows her to stay sharp and focused. Her mornings aren't random, they're planned. That structure gives her the mental space to make strong, creative decisions throughout the day. Having a plan doesn't mean your day will be perfect, but it gives you clarity. It helps you avoid wasting time on things that don't matter and focus your energy on what truly does. You don't need a fancy app or planner. Just a simple notebook or phone note is enough to take control of your day. Because when you lead your day with intention, you don't just stay busy, you start being productive. And that's where real progress begins. Point 2. Once you've established your plan for the day, the next key step is setting clear, achievable goals. Without well-defined goals, it's easy to feel like you're busy but not actually getting anywhere. Setting specific goals gives your day purpose and direction, making your efforts feel more intentional. Rather than saying, "I need to work today," it's much more powerful to say, "I will finish this report by noon," or "I'll make 5 important calls before lunch." Look at someone like Sir Richard Branson, the founder of Virgin Group. He's a prime example of how setting clear goals can propel you toward success. When he started Virgin, he didn't just dive in without knowing his focus. He set the goal of creating a business that would challenge industry standards, and he worked with relentless focus on that vision. Branson says that setting clear goals helped him prioritize, which in turn allowed him to grow his empire from a small record store into a global brand. Another excellent example is Emma Raducanu, the British tennis sensation. After her breakthrough win at the US Open, she was clear about her next steps. Her goal was not just about playing in tournaments, but developing her skills and mental toughness. By focusing on specific goals for her training and matches, she was able to maintain her momentum and stay grounded, even amidst overwhelming attention. When you set clear goals, you reduce uncertainty and increase your chances of success. A goal isn't just a dream, it's a clear path forward. Break it down into manageable steps, keep your eyes on the prize, and make sure every action you take is aligned with that goal. By having clear goals, you transform your focus into achievement. And with that, success is no longer a matter of luck, but of careful, deliberate effort. Point 3. Once you've got clear goals in place, the next step is making sure your energy actually goes toward them, and that means learning how to deal with distractions. No matter how motivated you are, if your attention is constantly pulled in different directions, real progress becomes nearly impossible. Distractions aren't always loud or obvious. Sometimes they're small things: checking a message, switching between tasks, or even just keeping too many tabs open. These tiny interruptions break your focus, and before you know it, your momentum is gone. Let's look at someone like Marcus Rashford, the Manchester United footballer. Beyond football, he's also known for his social work and campaigns to support children in the UK. He often talks about the importance of time management and staying focused on his priorities, whether it's training, writing, or advocacy. He blocks out everything else when it's time to work, and that kind of laser focus is what allows him to juggle multiple important roles so successfully. Another example is Emma Watson, well known not just for her acting career but also for her work in activism. She's spoken openly about managing her schedule and setting strict limits on how much she engages with social media. When she's working on a project, whether it's filming or a UN campaign, she creates mental space by limiting distractions and staying present with the task at hand. The truth is, productivity isn't always about doing more, it's about doing what matters with full attention. Create a space where you can focus. Turn off what doesn't serve your goal in the moment, because the sharper your focus, the faster you move forward. And in a distracted world, the ability to concentrate might just be your greatest advantage. Point 4. Once you've learned how to stay focused and cut out distractions, the next step is knowing when to pause. A lot of people think productivity means working non-stop, pushing harder, and never taking breaks. But that's a fast track to burnout, not success. The truth is, your brain needs rest to stay sharp. Short, intentional breaks can actually boost your energy and help you stay focused for longer periods. There's science behind it too. The brain works best in focused sprints, not endless marathons. That's why taking a 5 to 10 minute break after 25 to 30 minutes of deep work can refresh your mind and reset your attention. It's not about being lazy, it's about being smart with your energy. Take Tom Daley, the Olympic diver, for example. His training isn't just intense, it's also smart. Between sessions, he takes time to rest, knit, or even just step away from pressure. These moments of pause help him come back stronger, more focused, and less mentally drained. That balance between intensity and recovery is what keeps him consistent. Then there's Fearne Cotton, a well-known presenter and writer in the UK. She's spoken about the power of pausing throughout the day, whether it's a few minutes of silence, a short walk, or a proper lunch away from screens. These small breaks help her protect her mental health while staying creative and productive. Breaks aren't a weakness, they're a strategy. A 5-minute reset can save you from hours of low-quality work. Step away, breathe, and come back stronger. Because knowing when to pause is just as powerful as knowing when to push. It's not about doing more, it's about doing it better. Point 5. Taking regular breaks keeps your mind fresh. But if you really want to grow and stay productive long-term, there's one habit that makes a massive difference: making time to learn something new every day. It doesn't need to be huge. It could be a new idea, a new skill, or even a better way of doing something you already do. The key is staying curious. When you stop learning, you stop moving forward, and in today's fast-changing world, that's not an option. Continuous learning sharpens your thinking and keeps you adaptable. The most successful people aren't just hardworking, they're always evolving. Take Benedict Cumberbatch, for instance. Known for his acting roles in both film and theatre, he constantly challenges himself to take on new, demanding characters. He studied everything from languages to musical instruments to better understand the roles he plays. That habit of learning keeps him ahead and brings depth to his craft. Another great example is Karen Brady, one of the UK's most respected businesswomen. Despite her experience, she's a firm believer in lifelong learning, whether it's reading, mentoring, or exploring new industries. She once said that every day is a chance to grow, and that mindset has helped her lead major companies and inspire thousands. The point is, learning doesn't stop after school. It's a daily decision. You could read a page of a book, try a new recipe, or explore a new tool that helps your work. It all counts. Over time, those small lessons stack up into something powerful. Because the more you grow, the more value you bring to everything you do. And when you make learning part of your daily life, you don't just keep up, you get ahead. Stay curious, and you'll stay unstoppable. Point 6. The final piece of the puzzle for staying productive every day is taking time to reflect. It might sound simple, but reflection is where real growth happens. At the end of each day, ask yourself, what did I accomplish? What went well? What could I do differently tomorrow? Reflection isn't about criticizing yourself. It's about recognizing your strengths and learning from your challenges. Successful people do this consistently. Look at people like Richard Branson. Despite all his accomplishments, he still takes time every day to reflect on his actions, his successes, and where he could improve. He shared that his evening routine involves thinking about how his day went and planning for a better tomorrow. This practice helps him adjust and stay ahead of the game. Similarly, Sir Ben Ainslie, the British sailor and Olympic gold medalist, is known for how he reflects on his performances, whether in training or during competitions. He watches footage of his races, breaks down his decisions, and looks for areas to improve. This constant cycle of reflection and learning from mistakes has helped him achieve greatness on the water. Reflection allows you to fine-tune your strategies and make sure you're always heading in the right direction. Without it, you might just keep moving through life without ever stopping to ask if you're really on the right path. So, take a few minutes each evening to reflect. Write down a few thoughts, celebrate the wins, and acknowledge what you can do better. When you do this every day, you build a powerful habit of growth. And remember, it's not about being perfect, it's about getting better. What's your biggest challenge when it comes to productivity? Let me know in the comments below. Let's keep the conversation going.